Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. It's Monday morning here in Monterrey, Mexico, and I'm on my way to the gym here. First time going to the gym. Show you guys that later on in the video. Walk is a little bit farther than I thought. Still walking, but once we hit this corner, then we're gonna hit the plaza, and that's where the gym is. But this place kind of has like a Texas feel to it. Everything here seems bigger than the rest of Mexico. Things are sort of spread out, a little bit more, suburban type of spread out type of sprawl. Maybe it's because I'm on the kind of the outskirt of town. Obviously, if you guys saw my video from earlier, when I was in Central, the historic part of town, that was all much more populated and things. But yeah, this place kind of has this side of town kind of has like a Texas type of feel. What they say, everything's bigger in Texas or something like that. So things are a little bit bigger here in this part of town than other parts of town and even other parts of Mexico. Anyways, let's keep going. I'm almost there. The thing that I like about the city, that it's not like Texas or most of the United States, is that it is walkable. Okay, there are sidewalks all over the city, even on the outskirt. So you don't need a car to get everywhere. You can actually walk to places. You know what I mean? Back in the US, man, most areas are not walkable. And if you walk, you just look like a weirdo. People look at you like you don't have a car. I remember one time I was purposely biking from my home to my job, which was like about a mile away, and I had someone stop and call me over. And once they called me over, they said, "Hey man, do you need a ride?" And they were shaking their head as if I didn't have a car, and like, "Oh, look at this guy, man, he's got a bike to work." I said, "No, I'm fine. I choose to bike today. I choose to bike to work. It's only a mile away. It's summer, and I'd rather bike than start a car, get some exercise in." So I definitely love that about the city, that it's walkable. You can walk towards most of the areas in the town, and it is normal. It is not something out of the ordinary. Okay, so I had a little situation at the gym while I was signing up. So when I got to the gym, there were two people in front of me that were at the counter, and I was the third person in line. So after about 10 to 15 minutes, when those two people were done, it was my turn. And when it was my turn, I told the gym lady that was working at the counter that I wanted to sign up for just one month. And she told me, "Yeah, that's fine." So as she's explaining me the details of the contract, there another guy comes in with like the pamphlet of the gym, and he asked her like a few questions. Like I don't remember what the questions were, but he was asking her a couple questions about the gym membership also, and she answered them. It took about a minute or two. She answered them, and then he went out on his way, and then me and the lady resumed with my membership sign up. Then a couple minutes later, while we're doing that, the guy comes back in. The same guy comes back, and he asked a few more questions to the lady about the gym membership. Now at this time, I was kind of annoyed because I waited in line for the other two people to finish their turn. So it was when it was my turn. I wanted undivided attention, right? So when he came back the second time, I didn't say anything. I assumed, okay, maybe he's in a rush or something like that. So I'll just let it go. So then he goes away, and then we're almost done signing up for my gym membership. Then he comes back a third time, and this time it looks like he has even more questions. So he starts asking her questions, and then this was the point where I had it. I said, "Excuse me." They both looked at me. I said, "In Spanish." I said, at that time I said in Spanish, but I'll translate it. I had said, "I thought it was my turn. I waited in line. I was the third person in line. I waited for the two people to finish. Now it's my turn. Can I get your attention, please, until we complete this whole process? Because I was quiet when you were taking care of the other people." And then the guy apologized to me. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Excuse me, please." And then the lady also said, "Oh, sorry." And then after that, she helped me finish my membership. There were no more interruptions. I signed into the gym and I went on to do my workout. But the reason why I'm telling you guys this is that many times, well, actually every time, in order to get respect, you have to give respect. So I gave respect when I was in line and there were two other people in front of me. I gave respect to those two people and to the gym lady because I did not interrupt them when it was not my turn. Now, when it was my turn, I wanted that same respect. And I could ask for that same respect because I gave that same respect. So, and when I didn't get the same respect, I spoke up and I said, "This is not right." Okay, so when you guys are traveling, wherever you guys are, there might be a language barrier, there might be some misunderstanding because of that, but you got to realize most of communication is done nonverbal. Over 80% is done nonverbal. And we are going to get some food. This looks delicious. I'm so hungry after the gym. I got 3 tacos, carne asada. It looks delicious. Onions, guacamole, some green sauce, lemons with the water. Buen provecho.